Now, the slow movement is a very dark Siciliana. Siciliana is an old courtly dance, which basically is 2 in a bar, but where each beat is divided into 3. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. But traditional Siciliana is in 2-bar phrases. Mozart, of course, takes on an old model and immediately breaks the rules because there's nothing 2-bar phrased or 4-square about this. You hear how, right at the very start there, you establish it, bom, 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 each part of the strings anyway, coming in with that, and then latterly the horns. Di-ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Exactly the same as Die Bildnis, the Tamino aria in the Magic Flute. Bending of notes. What he's actually trying to do is dia-bom, but he goes dia-ba-dum, bi-ba-dum. Perfect, blue notes. Let's just play, please, from bar 4. Add so much extra colour to the tenor of the phrase, of the melody. Now, the extraordinary nature of this very held pulse, this slow Siciliana pulse, is that it gives him enormous opportunity to create a sense of a line of attention through the application of other things over the top. And this is where, again, his brilliance as a dialoguist really comes into play. I'll show you what I mean. Bar 29. What the violas, cellos and basses are doing there. There's like a Sherman Tank-like chromaticism. Wah, ba, ba, up by one, up by another. It's incredibly powerful at this point. Let's just play that again, 44. Now the development. Now, at last the winds get their turn. Difficult to find words really to describe just how transformative this movement is. That pulse, that frame, that Siciliana frame, the key of E flat, the quality of the harmony, the textures, the layers, the complexity, and yet the utter simplicity. I suppose the greatest art is that which has so much within it, but that actually there's tremendous clarity, and boy is that true here. Now the third movement, unlike in Symphony number 39, the third movement really breaks the spell. All he does here is add more. I mean, it's a chunky minuet, but there's no sense of light relief at all. There's a sort of increased traumatic energy about it. One of the ways he automatically achieves it, obviously there's this sort of upward moving melody, but there's also the use of a thing called a hemiola, which is a great device. Basically, if you're three in a bar, you normally would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But the idea of a hemiola is it takes the stresses across 2 bars at a time. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which creates a fantastic effect. Listen to it again. Then when we get into the trio, we suddenly go into G major, and I know, because Mozart didn't ever do anything by accident, that somehow he was intending to set your teeth on edge slightly. It just is the wrong quality to keep you feeling settled, as it were, after all this G minor that you've been drenched in. It's just very brittle and febrile. It should feel like a ray of sunshine in theory. A burst in the major key, we can all feel happier. But in fact, it has quite the reverse effect. We'll just play the end of the minuet and go into it. Upbeat to 37, please. See what I mean? Somehow it just feels impoverished in comparison to the minuet.